Hi everyone, welcome back to Super Recaps. Today I will share a horror thriller film from 2015 known as Ratter. Watch out for spoilers ahead. A hacker manages to hack into all of Emma's devices, including her laptop, phone, and the camera of her game too. He begins to watch her day and night. While she's settling into her life in New York, the hacker can listen and see her every move. When she falls asleep with her laptop open, the hacker goes through all the pictures in her gallery. One day, while she is studying in the library, Michael, a classmate, approaches her and expresses interest in her. He asks her out for coffee, and despite her reservations, she falls for his charms. When Michael asks for her phone number, she provides it to him. Her laptop screen remains open the entire time, allowing the hacker to hear her number as well. Later that night, while Emma is painting her nails, the laptop is in front of her, so the hacker starts taking pictures of her feet. She also receives a strange phone call from someone who refuses to talk, so she guesses it's her ex-boyfriend. Even when Emma goes to sleep, the hacker keeps taking pictures of her. Emma goes out with her friend Nicole the next day, and she talks about her ex-boyfriend, who hasn't stopped trying to talk to her even after their breakup. The next day, Emma calls Nicole to her flat, and her laptop malfunctions and suddenly starts playing music. Despite their confusion, they both shrug it off. Emma orders takeaway for herself for dinner, and when she tells her address, the hacker replays the moment and hears her location again. She then proceeds to take a shower, where she shaves her leg and the hacker zooms in and watches her closely. Once Emma has gone to bed, the hacker replays the videos from the previous days. He replays the clip of her smiling and keeps watching it again and again. Emma gets an unknown delivery one day, and when she opens it, she finds a completely new razor that is the exact model she has been using. In her confusion, she contacts Nicole to see if she also finds it strange, especially because there are no brochures or notes inside the box. But, eventually, the two dismiss it, believing it to be a subscription service that Emma will be charged for in the future. Later, when she shaves again, the hacker takes more photos of her legs and watches her apply moisturizer. The next day, Emma goes on a date with Michael, and the pair become closer. Sadly, they are both unsuspecting that they are being watched. At home, Emma's ex-boyfriend calls to see how she's doing, and the two ultimately end up bickering as the guy expresses his resentment about their separation. The following day, the hacker views old recordings of Emma from her childhood on her laptop while Emma is out. When she returns, she realizes that certain images from her gallery are gone, notably those involving her ex-boyfriend and Michael. Worried, she takes her laptop to a computer store, where she is just told to change her passwords because the computer seems to be fine. When Emma visits Nicole's house, she informs her that she's been receiving strange text messages from an unknown number, weird messages like, "You never told me how you were doing." Nicole, on the other hand, is unconcerned, telling Emma that she may be receiving messages from someone who dialed the wrong number. One night, while Emma is busy dancing, the hacker guesses all her new passwords and gets access to her messages. Meanwhile, Emma starts dating Michael but lets him know that should slow down a bit. When Emma goes to bed one night, she is startled by a loud banging on her door. She goes to check who her guest is and sees no one through the peephole, so she locks the door. In the morning, the hacker gets Emma's whereabouts using her phone's GPS. At college, a professor gives Emma a fantastic educational opportunity, and while she is thrilled, she suspects the teacher is into her. Later, she receives a perverted video from Michael and becomes concerned. She gets a call from Nicole right then and she tells her about what just occurred. Michael continues to send her multiple messages in which he says she makes him anxious and that he's wanted to talk to her for a long time. Emma instantly contacts Michael after her discussion with Nicole and asks why he sent her those videos and texts, but he swears he has no clue about any of that. He then speculates that someone may have hacked his account, recalling Emma's recent statement of being hacked. Emma hangs up the phone, locking her door afterward. Following morning, Michael approaches Emma to make things right with her. Thankfully, Emma gets his reasoning and admits that she is frightened by what is going on. While Emma is taking a shower, the hacker checks her voicemail and deletes a message from her professor informing her of a college meeting. Afterward, Emma and Nicole get ready to party. When Emma stands over her phone and her purse on the floor, the hacker takes pictures of her under her dress. The hacker then pays a visit to Emma's flat while the girls are out at the bar. When Emma returns home, she falls asleep on the sofa unaware that the hacker is hiding in her balcony. Later one day, Emma comes back home and discovers that her door is unlocked. She calls Nicole right away, concerned that someone has sneaked into her apartment. Nicole then informs Emma that she may have simply forgotten to lock it before leaving, but Emma is uncertain. Nicole also promises to stay on the phone while she searches her flat for an invader. Emma searches around the house while carrying a knife. However, she accidentally drops her phone, causing Nicole to think something bad happened. Emma then informs Nicole that she is alright, claiming that she is just overthinking because she has been stressed recently. Emma's stalker silently creeps around her flat one night while she is asleep. The following night, Michael gets her a cat from the shelter so that she can adopt and take care of it and get her mind off things. He introduces the cat as Clover. They then spend time together so that she feels better. Emma appreciates Michael's care and company, and when they end up sleeping together, the hacker catches a glimpse of them through her phone. One night, before going to bed, Emma locks her door, but the stalker easily opens it by dragging a hook tied to a line across the door to open it. Later, Emma awakens from her slumber to get water from the kitchen, completely unaware of the man inside her apartment. When she falls asleep again, the stalker enters her room and watches her sleep. The following morning, as Emma is playing with Clover, Michael calls to tell her that he got a text from someone telling him to stay away from her. Michael thinks it's the same guy who has been bothering Emma lately. Emma contacts the police to report the scenario as the problem is becoming worse and scarier. Unfortunately, because there is no active danger or physical harassment, the officers do little and only provide Emma with a phone number to call if something happens. Emma, feeling nervous, meets Nicole to discuss her issue, but her friend dismisses her concerns, claiming that the hacker and stalker could be separate people. Nicole also suggests that the hacker could be a random youngster from somewhere else, and the guy who banged on her door could be a drunkard. She encourages Emma not to worry too much, but naturally, Emma is still concerned. When Emma returns home, she discovers her cat, dead in her room. She tries to call Michael but can't reach him, so she calls her mom instead. Emma informs her about her cat, but her mother suggests that the cat may have been unwell as it was adopted from a shelter. Emma, on the other hand, is already having a nervous breakdown as a result of everything that has happened to her. Seeing this, her mother becomes concerned and worries that something else is going on. So Emma reluctantly tells her mother that she believes someone is stalking her, explaining that she didn't tell her or her father because she didn't want to stress them out. Despite Emma's wishes, her mother immediately informs her that they would be traveling to New York to pick her up and find her a new home to stay in. Emma is packing her belongings the next day when she gets a call from a blocked number. When she responds, no one replies. As a result, Emma deduces that it must be her ex-boyfriend. She contacts him, disturbed by the situation, and blames him for stalking and pranking her. Her ex-boyfriend denies her claims and believes she is arrogant for even thinking he would ever do that to her. Emma goes to a coffee shop for a while since she feels uncomfortable and scared in her flat. She also calls Nicole and asks if she may stay at her house, but due to work issues, her friend warns her that she would be arriving home late. She then tells Emma to stay in her apartment and she'll come to pick her up from there later. While Emma is waiting for Nicole, she is on a video call with her mother. She expresses concern that she is still unable to contact Michael. Her mother then consoles her, reminding her that she would be with her in New York the next day. During the call, the power goes out, scaring Emma. Her mother tries to calm her down, assuming that a fuse may have blown, but Emma sees a man in the shadows and begins to panic. As the man comes closer, she moves out of the frame, leading her mother to dial 911. The stalker soon attacks Emma, and while she is struggling against the stalker, her mother struggles to locate and provide her address to the police. By the time she informs the police about her daughter's location, the stalker has already restrained her. The stalker then looks at the laptop and hears Emma's mom beg him to let her go, but he simply shuts the laptop down on her. Eventually, the authorities arrive at Emma's apartment but discover no trace of her or her kidnapper. Thanks for watching. To support the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button and press the bell icon to get new video updates.